that determines the rightful mother. The trial that deploys the famous test.
The test of the chalk circle.
Each other to death, are we done?
Stop! This document is from the Grand Duke names the new judge.
Nobody move!
It's hereby declared that the new judge is a man who saved one of the most important people in the land. The name of that man is Aztec. Which of you is Aztec?
That's him on the gallows. What's going on here? Permission to speak? His honour was already his honour before these farmers here accused of being an enemy of the Grand Duke. We'll make sure his honour comes to no further harm. What a disaster. No harm meant to your honour. Anything I can do for his honour?
Thank you, fellow dog. Perhaps an ass to lick now then. Your pardon. I'll have a glass of red wine, please. Now get lost, I have a case to deal with. Something from my backside. Donation, please.
A ridiculous case, Your Honour. The other side has abducted a child and refuses to hand it back.
The other side looks like a very attractive person. Let the trial commence. Strict adherence to the truth, please, especially from you.
Your Honour, they say that blood is thicker than water. A wise saying.
The court wishes to know how much the lawyers are getting.
I beg your pardon. Well, 500 piastres, Your Honour. In answer to the unorthodox question posed by the bench.
Did you hear that? It's an unorthodox question. I asked because I listened quite differently if I knew you were expensive.
Thank you, Your Honour. Allow me to say this in court. The bonds of blood are the strongest bonds of all. Mother and child. An intimate relationship. Can one tear a child away from its mother? She who has conceived the child in the sacred ecstasy of love. She who has carried it in her body, nourished it with her blood, borne it in pain. We have seen how even a wild tigress, robbed of its young, wanders restlessly through the jungle born to shadow. Nature itself.
What do you have to say to this and to everything else this boy is going to come up with?
The child is
Is that all? I hope you can prove it. Now, I suggest you tell me why I should entrust the child to you.
I've brought him up to the best of my abilities. I've always found him something sweet. Most of the time he's had a roof over his head. I've gone through hell for him and he's cost me money. I never once thought about my own comfort. Your Honour, it's perfectly clear that the lady's not claiming a blood link between herself and the child.
The court takes note. The court takes note.
And now, if the court permits, a woman burdened with sorrow, one who has already lost her husband and now is in fear of losing her child, would like to say a few words. My lady, Your Honour, a truly dreadful fate compels me to ask the court to return my child to me. It is not for me to describe in detail the spiritual agony of childless mother, the fears, the horrors, the terrors, the sleepless nights.
It's unspeakable the way this lady's been treated. She's been refused entry to her palace, she's refused any income from the land, she's coldly informed without the air or sun. She is a nobody. She can't even afford to pay her lawyers. My dear Chevalier, let's stop reading about the bush, this is about the average family land.
Please, dear Sandra of Velarde, or we can read that we. Of course, it's perfectly right and proper that the court should also pass judgment as to whether my client inherits the substantial estates of the governor. I stress the word also. In other words, the prime issue of the human tragedy of a mother, as the lady has described in her deeply shocking opening statement. If his wife Abashvili was not the heir to the governor's throne, he'd still be the adored child of my client.
Wait. The court regards the reference to the governor's fortune as a mark of humanity.
Thank you, Tom. My dear Elo Chevalier, in any case, we can prove that the woman who made off with the child is not the mother of the child. Let me inform the court of the bare facts. On the Easter Sunday in question, Rusha, a kitchen neighbour, was seen approaching.
Oh, the governor's wife cared about what clothes to take with her.
She was said to see go to a mountain village and got married to...
How did you get to this village?
Go on foot, Your Honour, and the child is mine. I'll pay 5 piastres to look after him, Your Honour.
I'm the father, Your Honour. That man is Crucius' fiancé, and therefore he is not to be trusted.
Is he the one you got married to in that mountain village?
No, Your Honour, she married her father.
Is he no good in bed? Tell the truth.
You didn't get that far. I got married for the sake of the child, so I had a roof over its head. He was up at the boy, Your Honour.
Now he wants to again, right?
I'm no longer free, Your Honour.
So you're saying the charge was the result of too much screwing around, right? I'll ask you a question. What kind of child is it? Some street-waifing rags or a posh kid from a rich family?
It's just an ordinary child.
I mean, did he boast delicate sensibilities, curiously early in life?
He boasted a nose in his face.
He boasted a nose in his face. I regard that as a significant response. I'm going to hurry this along and stop listening to everyone's lies, especially yours.
I can't believe why you want to hurry this along when I see the backhanders you've been taking.
Hold your tongue! Did I take a backhander from you?
No, only because I've got no money!
Precisely. I get so little from them hungry, I nearly go hungry myself. You people want justice, but can you pay for it? No, you can't. When you go to the butchers, you expect to pay, but when you come to the judge, you think it's as free as air.
You know what they say, when the horse came to flee, the horsefly held out its leg.
Let me think. Better a diamond from a shit heap than a stone from a mountain stream.
What a lovely day. Should we go fishing to the angle to the world?
I am my own boss, said the servant, and chopped his own foot off.
I love you like a father, said the stout to the peasant. And beheaded his
A
son.
fool is his own worst enemy.
A fart has no nose.
Finds 10 guesses for bad language, and I'll teach you the meaning of justice.
I don't know what you mean by justice. You sentence us because we can't make fine speeches like them with their lawyers.
You're right. You're all too stupid. You're asking for trouble.
It's because you want to give the child to that woman there, even though she's too refined now to change a nappy. I'll tell you what, you don't know any more about justice than I do.
There's some truth in that. I spend all my money on food and booze. I was brought up by nuns, you see. Oh, and I find you 10 piastres too, for contempt of court. You're stupid, really. Trying to take me on, instead of making eyes at me and flashing your ass a bit, which would improve my mood, no? 20 guesses.
It can be 30. I'd still tell you what to think of your justice, you drunken old bard. How can you lecture me about language and talk down to me like you're some saint in a stained glass window? Aren't you ashamed to see me shaking in front of you? You've made yourself their obedient servant and let them drag on and on to their war. You traitor! I don't respect you! Same as I wouldn't respect a murderer with a knife. 100 to 1 you'll take the child away from me. But I'll tell you this, they should only choose moneylenders and child abusers to be judges. That'd teach them.
All right then, 30 piastres. I'm not arguing with you any longer. We're not in a pub, you know. Spare a thought for my judicial dignity. Anyway, I've completely lost interest in the case. Where's that couple who want to divorce? Bring them in. I'm suspending the current case for 15 minutes.
We don't need to make any further representations, my lady. The verdict's in the bag. You've wrecked the chance of our stack. Now I'll have the child taken off again. My parent packaging, quick!
Donation, please. Never mind. I hear you want to divorce. How long have we been together?
40 years, Your Honour.
And why do you want to divorce?
Don't like each other.
Since when?
Oh, since we first met.
Okay, I'll consider your request and deliver my verdict when I've dealt with this other case.
Oh.
I need the child. I see you have a substance. I don't believe he's your child, but if he were, wouldn't you want him to be rich? And for that, all you'd have to do is to say he's not yours. And right away, he'd have a palace. And he'd have lots of stable, lots of horses in his stables, and lots of beggars in his doorstep, and lots of petitioners in his courtyard. Am I right? What do you say to that? Don't you want him to be rich?
Hear now the angry thought that did not say.
If he walked in golden shoes, he would walk upon the weak. It is evil he would choose, he would ridicule the meek.
For to carry in your breast a heart as cold as ice,
It's much too hard a test, it's much too high a price. It is hunger he will fear, not the hungry mob by night. It is darkness he will fear, he will not fear the light.
Woman, I think I understand. court has considered your case and has not come to a clear verdict as to who is the rightful mother of the child. My job as judge is to choose a mother for this child. We will have a test. Shoulder, get a stick of chalk. Draw a circle on the ground. Place the child in the circle. Plaintiff and defendant stand either side of the circle. Take the child by each hand. The true mother will be the one who has the strength to pull the child out of the circle.
Objection, Your Honour. It's not right to favour the child, and with it the fate of the vast Abbotry estate should determine such a dubious manner. This girl is accustomed to physical labour. My lady is not.
She looks well fed enough to me. Pull!
What did I tell you, blood without?
What's the matter with you? You didn't pull.
Did not go properly. How's that? I beg you to forgive me. At least let me keep the child till he's talking. He can barely say a few words.
Do not attempt to influence the court. I bet you only know 20 words yourself. All right. I'll do the test one more time, just to be on the safe side. Well, pull.
Yeah. Oh. I read that child. Do you want me to tear him in two? I can't do it.
That's it. The court has decided who is the rightful mother of the child. Take your child. Go. I advise you not to stay in the town. As for you, get lost before I send you down for fraud. The governor's land goes to the town and will be turned into a much-needed children's playground. I hereby rule that it will be known as Asdag's Garden. I'm putting my judge's robes to one side now. They've begun to model. But I invite you all to a little farewell dance. Outside on the grass. Oh, and in all the excitement, I nearly forgot. The divorce is granted.
But this isn't right. You don't divorce the old people. You divorce Crucia from her husband.
Oh, did I divorce the wrong ones? How foolish of me. Tell you what, you still like one another to have a little dance together, right? I invite you to my party instead. You two still owe me 40 piastres.
She'd price, Your Honour, many things.
Then we best get out of town, eh, Michael? Do you like him?
Commission to report, I like you.
Well, let me tell you something. I took him because I got engaged to you that Easter Sunday. So he is our love child. Michael, let's dance.
And after that evening, as that disappeared, and was not seen again. But the people of Virginia did not forget him. For many a long year they record his time as judge as a golden age of justice.
Well, almost.
But you who've heard the tale of the Chalk Circle, remember the wisdom of the ages, that everything belongs by right to those who care for it. Children to the motherly, so that the children thrive. Horses to good horsemen, so that the horses thrive. And the earth to good farmers, so that the earth may thrive.